So I guess, I don't know, I just still feel like I'm going through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I go to work and then I come home and I do what has to be done and then I sleep. And I tried to like do some beading. I used to do that, but doesn't really mean anything. I don't
Okay.
get much out of it. We watch a lot of TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're in a rut. It feels like you're just going through the motions. You're not getting the enjoyment out of the beading.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just feel stuck. I've been taking the medication exactly
Okay.
how I'm supposed to for months.
For months.
And I just
Okay.
feel kind of stuck.
Because again, what I hear from you is you're doing the kind of things. I'm really sensing that you're motivated, and that you're wanting to, even though you feel stuck, that you're wanting to feel better.
I do want to feel better.
Yeah.
I don't feel motivated, but I do want to feel better.
I got you. Yeah. Okay. So the medicines aside, by the way, you said you did beading in the past. Bring some in. I'd love to see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I hear what you say, that it's not bringing enjoyment now, but I guess what I want to look at we've got 10 minutes left. What I'm curious about is we're going to work more. I want you to keep being able to talk and share your feelings and so forth. But I am wanting to look at what are some things that you could do that could bring you some meaning, some things that might be joyful, for lack of a better word, but between now and our next session.
I don't know.
Okay. It can be hard to figure that out, and particularly when we're feeling down and depressed, I guess. There's something we can try to maybe help think of some ideas. You want to give it a shot?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what it'd be is be real simple. I'll even close my eyes too, but it'd be to just to think about a fond memory. And you can go back as far back as you need to, but see if you can't pull out just kind of a fond memory that you have.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same.
Okay.
And I'll you can kind of open your eyes. Are you able to find something?
Yeah. I was kind of thinking about my sister and I walking on leaves at Crunch.
Oh, okay.
Not a big deal, but
Nice.
yeah, when we were kids.
That does sound nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Particularly this time of year.
And you try to walk right on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cool Christmas and that
Yeah.
smell
Yeah.
and so forth.
Yeah.
What this is supposed to have, how it can help is that it can actually help us maybe think of different alternatives. It kind of gets more of our brain working, if you will.
Yeah.
And so if I could kind of go back to what I'd asked you before about what's something meaningful you could maybe be engaged in
Yeah.
Between now and our next session.
Yeah. Well, everyone says the leaves are supposed to be really nice right now. So I could go take a peek on the parkway.
Oh, nice. Okay. Kind of ties in with that fond memory.
Yeah.
Weren't expecting that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
taking a drive on the parkway.
Yeah.
Willing to commit to that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm going to write it down.
Okay.
I'll hold you to
Write
it.
it down. Okay. So today was kind of tough for you.
Yeah.
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 I can see that.
Like most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a series of tough days recently.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't, but I'm here.
Yeah.
You know?
And I know how much trouble you've had getting here in the past. It's pretty huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do what I need to.
Yeah. It's something I've noticed in you is that you really will do what needs to be done. It's a big strength.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah. What made you laugh?
That you could kind of see that maybe I wasn't fully buying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, one thing I wanted to check in, and this might seem a little silly in the moment, but just, anything today happen, even the smallest thing that that made you feel good, or that was funny, or that you thought was beautiful. Sometimes we gotta dig deep. So.
Yeah, you know that. Well, yeah. I mean, just you know, I had to go to the grocery store, and I buy my coffee out there, and the person I bought the coffee for, who's usually really busy and stuff, but you know, he was asking how things were going, and he remembered what I like and the size, and so, and I need that coffee to get going. But I guess, you know, I guess that was kind of nice.
Yeah, it felt good for somebody to remember you.
It did.
And get your coffee right.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 Absolutely. Yeah. What it? Even when you talked about it right now, I could see it kind of like that felt good.
It did feel good. I guess I didn't really recognize it at the moment.
Sounds like you really appreciated him.
I did.
Yeah. So actually what I just asked you about is kind of a skill we often see if folks think fits for them to practice. And it's called savoring. So it's going to sound kind of dorky, but stay with me for a moment.
Okay. Savoring.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah.
So just like when you savor a piece of meat, you're not a vegetarian, are you?
No.
Okay. All right. Have you ever had a really good burger?
Yes.
A really good bite of steak?
Yes.
Yeah. I can see it on your face right now.
Cheeseburgers, man. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. So when you bite into that and you're like, man, this is good. Right?
Yeah. Right.
You're savoring that piece of meat in your mouth. Right?
Yeah.
Before you gobble down the rest.
Right, that goes pretty quick,
Okay.
along with the fries.
Yeah. So savoring is almost when you can recall that, as you just looked at me when you were talking about meat, and you're like, yeah. And you can recall it,
Right.
even though the moment's passed, in that moment you can still feel it. And so what I asked you about this morning, you know, anything happened today, and you said the coffee guy kind of remembered you and remembered what kind of coffee you drink. It's kind of something we can practice because it brings back that moment where we felt good. And I think it's cool that you, even though it's small, that you did recognize it. Yeah. So, I don't know if you think that would be something you want to try, but you can actually like commit to practicing that one time before the next sit down and think of something.
You're giving me homework.
I'm giving you homework. You're calling me out. And you don't have to do it. It may not be a good fit for you. What do you think?
No, I'm willing to try it.
Okay.
I'm willing to try it. One thing, huh?
One thing.
Okay. Tough. The things that I used to do, and you know, I just can't do anymore. Malls out of the question.
Right.
Grocery stores torture.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to stand in line,
Right.
and so it's just, you know, it's the same old, same old.
Right.
And I mean, I'm still holding down a job, but I don't know how much longer I can do that.
But you are still holding on the job. Yeah.
I am.
And I know we've talked today about how high your anxiety is, and you've been taking the medication, and you've checked in with them about other options. You've tried some different things.
Yeah.
And I know you've been working on the skills that we've talked about in here at home.
Yeah. I work on those.
Yeah. And one thing that really sticks out for me is that you keep going to work.
Yeah.
That you have really shown determination.
I do. It's just, I don't know how much longer I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you show up with that determination? That's a real strength of yours.
It just feels like I'm working so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I'm listening to relaxation tapes in the car to work.
Yeah.
I'm listening to them at night while I'm falling asleep. You know, remembering my breathing throughout the day. But sometimes it just, you know, I've got to leave.
Right.
And get away. And
Yeah, you're doing the best you can with the skills you have.
yeah, it's just, it's wearing me down.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah. I wonder, Russ, with that strength of determination and hearing you say that you will just keep at something, do it over and over. I wonder if there's anything that you could do, even tonight, where you would use that skill of being determined and doing something over and over, just for something fun. Anything come up as I say that?
Well, yeah. I mean, I like to play the guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a very